Modern society has almost become one of the greatest catalysts for sickness, right? The way that we live our lifestyles currently. Of the doshas, because Vata is the lightest, it's called the king dosha because its principal quality is movement, like the wind. So it tends to be the one that moves the other doshas. So somebody might have a fire predominance, but invariably their imbalance will have been inspired by having excess Vata. And this is where society has contributed to so many of the diseases and sicknesses we see because we're all overstimulated. We tend to be Vata imbalanced just by default. We've got excess movement through travel, the ability to get around much quicker from flights to cars. We have excess stimulation through the devices. We tend to also be out of sync with the circadian rhythms of nature so that we can stay up into the early hours of the night because of artificial lighting, which again is going to diminish the replenishment of kapha as we sleep, and it's going to aggravate the vata because we're not actually restoring ourselves. So most people's imbalances today are vata predominantly inspired. The good news about vata is even though it's very quick to whack people out of balance, it's also relatively easy to get back into balance. It just takes, in this day and age, a lot of commitment and discipline. And there's so many temptations out there. Again, modern society, there's this sort of one day when phenomenon, and this is where I tend to help people more with the mindset, because people are under the impression the life they want is in the future, like just wait until fill in the blank. And so even that phenomenon is Vata inspiring, because what it's saying is the life I have right now is not the life I want, but I'm getting there, which creates that movement, both psychologically, emotionally, and then into our physiology. So even the preoccupation with this sort of dream life in the future itself is Vata inspiring. But then if you look at the lifestyle and our diet, most of the foods today, because the soils are eroded, everything is a industrial complex, there's so much consumption, that the food that most people eat itself has become very Vata predominant. Even if it's a kapha food, it doesn't have what might have been the richness, the fullness of foods back in the day. And I think with the overstimulation, it creates this neurosis, the proverbial rat race mindset, where the way that people eat today tends to be on the move, like sometimes quite literally, people are eating in their car. There's this urgency to get somewhere because of this proverbial idealized future. And so again, most people's actual consumption is a Vata-based process.